Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Moomin Radi from Third Eye Philosophy. Thank you for joining my page. Thank you for subscribing. If those who didn't subscribe, please do so. Subscribe. Okay. Now, I want to talk about this Jeffrey Epstein suicide, quote unquote suicide thing. Everybody think it's the man been hit by the Clintons probably or something like that. They think he was whacked. It could be that, but the way I see things is a little bit differently. Kind of similar, but a little bit differently. And you see, Jeffrey Epstein, this billionaire guy, whatever the case is, got his own island, huge sex trafficking, huge pedophile guy. Okay, I'm talking about he had what is it, Bill Clinton on his aircraft? What, like 27 times, 26, 27 times? This guy must have high connections, right? Now, you think Suicide Watch could stop this man? He's a billionaire. He got people and friends in high places. Okay, only thing he had to do is get in touch with somebody that was in charge of that facility that night, fake a suicide, and he's home free. Okay, the man's dead, but in reality, he's off on one of his islands somewhere, living his life, living his best life. You know, that's one thing that could happen. You know, but this dude is too big, and he's been friends with the deep state too long. So therefore, you know, just can't just write him off as a suicide. Can't do that. Do I believe he actually did it? No. I don't believe it was a suicide. I don't. He's too huge, too big, got way too much money. The only thing I'd do is just talk to the right people, and they would just stage deaths like they do. This is what the deep state do. They stage deaths, they murder people, they stage massacres, they stage, you know, these people funded terrorism. I mean, these are the people that get power from terrifying nations, countries, people. You know, so I'm not surprised. I always was saying, you know, something gonna happen to the point where he won't be able to go to court and testify. But who knows? That's just my opinion. That's how I see things, and a lot of the times I'm right. You know, so I just don't believe it was a suicide. Period. Now it could have got to the point where they did whack him, you know, but I don't even think that's real because, like I said, these guys been a part of the deep state for so long. They like family. They like family. They married into business. They married into family. You know, they dating each other, friends, and you know, and I'm talking 30, 40 years. You know, of relationships, man. It's not hard to whack somebody. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy to just whack somebody like that. You know, so if this man had ties with deep states like everybody believe he do, he's probably alive, and he's probably somewhere on one of his remote islands saying, hey, now I don't get to testify, I don't get to say nothing, and they can just let him live now because now he's, you know, he's supposed to be dead now. So, but we'll see. We got to find out who's managing what's going on with this guy. That's how we're gonna find out. We got to see every time somebody got to, like, who was there that night when he reportedly, committed suicide? Who was there that night? Who was on management? Who was watching him? Who was putting the information in the books? Who was writing it down? How you gonna commit suicide on suicide watch? And it's not making sense. And then nobody got answers right now. If something like this happened, it should be some answers immediately. You know, so, I mean, they just expect people to be stupid. They expect people to believe everything TV tell them. You know, it just, I mean, certain things just meant to not be tampered with. You know what I'm saying? And these people, they just don't care what you think about it. They're just gonna give you the news and then walk off like it's reality. Then they don't even want you questioning it. This is the problem with society, man. This is the problem with society. But if you want to know get to the bottom of this stuff, you have to find out who was in charge that night and find out who he know, and what happened. Ask him what happened that night. If they don't say anything about whoever was in charge that night in that 24-hour suicidal watch area, if we can't find out who was in charge of Jeffrey Epstein suicidal watch, you're never gonna find out what really happened. And I'm gonna leave it like that. Hold that man responsible. Just like if anything else was to happen, you hold somebody responsible. Hold whoever was supposed to watch that man to make sure he don't commit suicide. Hold his ass responsible. That's what you have to do. But I'm not gonna make this video long. To everybody that subscribed, like I said, how y'all doing? A lot has been happening with me, and I moved from New York. Now I'm in Virginia. So thank you for watching my video again. Please share it. And that's the only way to help conservatives, black conservatives, whatever conservatives, don't matter, libertarians, conservatives, independents, all you guys, man. I love all you guys, especially all you conservatives, man. Y'all motherfuckers really know how to fight. And hopefully I'll talk to y'all soon. Later.